corporations that are operating in Canada's controversial tar sands. Science tells us that 85% of the world's fossil fuels must remain underground. Total is a corporate criminal that is causing lives to be lost in an unjust way all across the planet by the climate change that they are driving with their investments in dirty fossil fuels. So we're here today to stand in solidarity with First Nations peoples in Canada that are holding Total accountable here in the Paris Climate Change Summit.
We're here because this is basically a continuation of colonialism, that the corporations in Europe that continue to exploit tar sands and other extreme energy on the lands of Indigenous people need to be held to account. So we have a direct relationship and a direct accountability for those of us who are in Europe to stand up to these corporations in order to say that we're drawing a line, we're no longer going to let that happen in our name. And what we've seen happen at the COP negotiations is that basically Indigenous rights have been written off, they haven't been included in the draft, and that's because right now Indigenous people, as well as being on the front lines of climate change, are also the front lines of the solutions and front lines of us being able to keep it in the ground.
When they rape the land of the tar sands, they're raping our Mother Earth. When they drill for dirty oil, they're trying to do the same in Aotearoa. If politicians are really honest about ending the climate crisis, why are they still looking for fossil fuels?
It is drastic. It is, it's really a key time. And what these industries are doing is poisoning the earth. And we have a responsibility to, so if you're standing up for Mother Earth, you're following your instincts, you're following your intuition, and you're doing the right thing for future generations.
We stand with the people in the tar sands region because it's the same issues that we're dealing with. Extractive industries coming into our territory, threatening our future generations, our ways of life, our self-determination, and we're all impacted by climate change. So we just have to continue to stand and defend these areas and do everything we can to move forward a moratorium on fossil fuels. We need to keep it in the ground.
Talk is cheap. Justin Trudeau and other Canadian governments can say whatever they want. At the end of the day, we cannot have a world that actually respects Indigenous people's rights and continues to expand the tar sands and continues to search for more fossil fuels and find dangerous, unconventional ways of extracting fossil fuels. What we need is for the recognition of Indigenous rights, we need actual opportunity in our communities so our people are not held hostage to these industries. Right now, there's been a long colonial process in Canada to make our people assimilated and dependent on the wage economy, and to an extent that has worked because our people need jobs. The only jobs available are in these crappy industries that they push onto our communities. This is part of a centuries-long colonial process and a situation that Canada has engineered for the benefit of these transnational corporations and for the Canadian state. And Justin Trudeau is talking a lot about Indigenous people's rights and how his government's going to protect that. But at the end of the day, rights are not granted by the Crown, they're asserted by the people.
So when I say stop, you say tar sands, stop!